Here is the latest from Oil City News on K2 Radio.
Wyoming resident was sentenced to over 3 years in federal prison after being convicted by a jury of charges stemming from his violent conduct at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. 69-year-old Bedford resident Douglas Harrington was sentenced to 40 months in prison, 24 months of supervised release, and a payment of $2,000 in restitution. Over 1,500 people have been charged for crimes related to the breach of the U.S. Capitol. Trial evidence showed Harrington approaching a line of police officers on the Upper West Terrace of the Capitol grounds and striking at them with a flagpole. Harrington struck one officer near the left hand and wrist on the helmet, continuing to swing the flagpole towards the police line 2 more times before retreating into the crowd. Video footage shows Harrington in a cowboy hat, goggles, and a gas mask. The FBI says they were able to identify the suspect in an open-sourced video by looking at pictures of him in the mask and out of the mask and matching distinct pieces of clothing. Harrington's been convicted of 2 felonies, civil disorder and assaulting. He is also convicted of 5 misdemeanors. Those include entering and remaining in a restricted building or grounds, disorderly and disruptive conduct, engaging in physical violence in a restricted building or grounds, disorderly conduct in a Capitol building, and an act of physical violence in the Capitol grounds or buildings. Governor Mark Gordon is blasting the BLM's final decision to end coal leasing in the Powder River Basin. He promised litigation and an appeal to the incoming Donald Trump presidential administration, which is expected to be friendlier to legacy energy industries. He wrote that the BLM's decision intentionally ignores both the energy needs of our nation and the devastating economic impacts its decision has on Wyoming and its communities. BLM Director Tracy Stone Manning signed the final amendment to the agency's Buffalo Resource Management Plan on November 20th. We do have a link to that final report. You can find it on our website. The agency cited federal policy under President Joe Biden to reduce climate change and a waning demand for coal as the U.S. energy market trends towards renewables. The decision makes 48.12 billion short tons of coal in Campbell County unavailable for further leasing. The BLM said existing leases would support development through 2041. The BLM's record of decision notes that Gordon challenged the plan by identifying 11 inconsistencies between the plan and Wyoming's constitution, statutes, and natural resource plans for Campbell and Johnson counties. Gordon said the state of Wyoming will seek every remedy to overturn the decision, including working with the incoming Wyoming congressional delegation and the Trump administration to reverse what he calls a foolhardy decision. In other news, the University of Wyoming Extension has opened registration for its 2025 Master Gardener Training. It's an online program for residents interested in expanding their gardening knowledge and assisting fellow gardeners. Classes take place via Zoom. They'll be on Thursdays from 6 to 9 p.m. starting January 9th and run through May 15th. All sessions are recorded and made available to course participants. You can learn more at k2radio.com. Reporting in Casper, I'm Colby Fedor.